Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Oscar.
Chess?
Not a ship without a captain.
Oh, we are a ship without a captain.
But we're going to be okay. And you know what? Every business needs a captain, and every small business needs to listen to me right now, because you're going to want to hear this one. Right now, at Vistaprint.com, you can get 500 business cards for just $9.99 when you enter the promo code TMOS at checkout. That's $9.99 for 500 business cards. Can you imagine if you're a ship without a captain and you just show up and show them a business card? Yeah. Everything is going to be fine.
You need the business cards.
It is so easy to make great-looking business cards. Pick from tons of industry-specific designs, add your info, and you're done. Or do what we do, upload your own artwork or pictures. You can make a card like nobody else's. We've all made cards at Vistaprint, and they always turn out great. I just hand out my TMOS card, and people say, hey, you're like a real guy.
You're not the captain.
No, you're not the captain, but you're absolutely involved in the ship.
Yes.
You maybe work down in the mess hall. If you want to go all out, upgrade to their signature stock, add a fancy finish, even raised print. Vistaprint also has everything from marketing materials like custom flyers and banners to custom apparel, and all of it is 100% guaranteed. If you're not happy, Vistaprint will make it right. And with 500 business cards for just $9.99, there's never been a better time to professionally promote your business. Just remember, go to Vistaprint.com and use the promo code TMOS and get on this offer.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Captain, my captain.
Hello. How are you boys?
We're doing great, except there's one problem.
What?
We have pangs of sadness because we miss you.
Oh, that's a lie.
No, I do.
The problem is, Mike, nobody knows how to run a show like you do. So you've got
That's a
two clown
goddamn
shoes,
lie.
two pairs of clown shoes running around here like a goddamn Chinese fire drill.
I refuse
trying to figure out what's going on.
that, because what happened is we have done how many shows, Matthew? How many shows have we done?
We are on 1,200.
Okay,
Jeez.
so
With that enthusiasm, let me tell you, we're on
Nearly
1,200, the man says, as he's dying in his chair.
1,300 shows, and they've always started
We've
the same
done
way.
1,200 shows.
We've done nearly 1,300 shows, and they've always started the same way.
I agree. I figured Mike's on the road. We got him on the horn. Let's get it over with.
You were ready to go
uncomfortable.
right
Yes.
out of the chute.
Get it
out
over
of the
with. There was a
chute.
pre-call before the call that we were doing a show for a good 2 minutes, and everybody said, "Wait a second, we didn't play the opening stinger."
Well, I mean, that's how it goes. Would you do you think Johnny would have come out without the Tonight Show theme?
Last time
And
I
just
checked,
say,
we're
"What
not the
hell?"
Tonight Show.
No, this is
We're
true.
in a brick building
Yeah.
with no AC
Aspire.
above a Starbucks.
Aspire to greatness. Mike, how's the weather?
What?
How is your weather? Where are you?
No, we have made rather incredible progress. I would say that conceivably, Carla's pointing at herself. She's doing the driving right now.
Sure.
The backseat with the little guy who's sleeping. We've made such progress that I could have maybe made the opening bell for the show today. We are, what would we, 2 hours south of Richmond right now? We are 2 hours south of Richmond, Virginia right now, and it is from all the way down at the tip of Florida in less than 24 hours. That's pretty damn good, in my humble opinion.
That's excellent.
So,
to follow up on yesterday's show, I got a message for you from Katie Von Herman.
Yeah, I got a text from Katie. I swear to God, last night my son was running uncontrollably through this flea-infested La Quinta Inn in Bum F, Georgia, and I lay down finally on the bed with him. We're hardly looking at him.
Right.
He could have been playing Chopin on the light sockets, and we would have just been lying on the bed going, ugh. And I get a text. I finally put my room. I find the one decent outlet in this La Quinta Inn, and I plug it into the wall. My phone is charging. I go to lie down across the room, and I hear, "Dig," and it's Katie. Well, where's our meet and greet? And so
Nice.
then I have to go through the whole civil, ha ha ha, funny, we'll do it again next time.
We're
And
really
then
not friends.
At the very end of the text exchange, Katie says, "Well, we're not even in Georgia."
Yeah, and not only
I'm
that.
like, what a bull crap exercise she put me through for that entire thing. After they're coming back from D.C. as we were speaking last night or texting last night.
And not only
So
that,
it was,
but she was high as a kite because she called me on my cell phone and I didn't answer because I said, you know what, not right now. But
It's family time. Carrie can't see.
And then she called. The hard line. I said, God, I hope everything's all right. And I answered
The hard line. She's persistent.
Well, you know, I mean, the truth is, and I know you guys give me a hard time about this, but the truth really, really is that Carla and I both would love to grab a beer with Katie, especially going through Savannah. If we had time to do it in Savannah, then we very well might on the way back because we're looking forward to that. You know, her husband, you know, that's seriously like, you know, sitting with him is like putting sealant on a driveway. But other than that, you know, I think I wouldn't mind hanging out with Katie, and you know, he's a pleasant enough guy, so it would be. And we don't have friends, you know, although we do have. We're very, very excited because our good friend, the former head, ladies and gentlemen, of the Marine Band, will be making an appearance in Maine this year. The Colonel
Nice.
Colburn. Coming up for the 4th of July.
Now, is he bringing the full orchestra?
No, unfortunately, he's not in that racket anymore. You know, that's why I got him. He's not doing it anymore, but not bringing the Marine Band. But so anyway, it was a pretty good trip, actually. We made really, really good time. And as far as temperature is concerned, it's culture shock. This 65 degree, 68 degree stuff, you know, instead of, we've had 2 months of 95 degrees, it's kind of fun. Kind of fun coming up here, so I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody at Jimmy's on Sunday.
Oscar, why do you laugh?
I feel for the man that says 67 degrees is culture shock, because if anything, 67 degrees was your low this summer. I imagine this fall, and we've been living in 20 degrees and 10 inches of snow.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the culture shock for me is just that we have not had clear, crisp.
We know what you're talking about.
You know what's going to be culture shock is if you keep talking about this and someone comes up to you and hits you with a snow shovel.
Sorry about that. I guess I'm finally, it's official. I'm losing my perspective on where I live now.
Will you entertain another question about the Colonel? Because, you know, he's a very, very nice man. I like him very much. I know he was the conductor of the president's own band, but what's his instrument?
The musical director, the commandant. Not the commandant, the commander of the Marine Band.
But what is his primary instrument? He has to play an instrument, right?
Oh man, I remember I asked him that. I forgot what that was. I think maybe the French horn, but I'm not sure.
Wouldn't it be
I'd have to ask him again.
When he got
the
up to
oboe,
Maine,
Mike. I think it was the oboe.
I think it might have been the jug. But wouldn't it be great?
My God, I do not. He is off the aircraft carrier today, isn't he? He is out of his mind.
Wouldn't it be great if you had a French horn laying around at the house in Maine and you just said, you know, while I light off these fireworks, wouldn't it be great if you could do a little Stars and Stripes Forever?
Yes, it would. Wouldn't that be incredible? Even if you had like a little combo, you know, even two guys. Two guys with talent, they can do that.
Sure.
Fantastic.
Let's go to the research team.
Yeah, Colonel Colburn plays the euphonium.
Euphonium!
Which is like a French horn.
It's like a mini tuba.
Mini tuba.
Like a travel tuba.
Yeah.
The mini tuba. Ball, 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 ball.
Just like Jeopardy. Oh no, it's academic.
I want to throw something in here because this is important.
Yes.
We are winging our way along the Super Slab I-95
Great road.
on our way towards Washington D.C. and being towed behind us is our free U-Haul, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Wait
Nice.
a second.
Kudos to the director of operations for U-Haul that spoke to Mrs. O'Mara and decided that with the debacle that they had put us through for 24 hours, a little over 24 hours actually, concluding yesterday with the movers that they were providing for us failing to show up.
I remember.
To transfer our belongings from one U-Haul to the replacement U-Haul, he decided that your entire trip comped.
Hey, that's terrific.
Nice.
That's cool.
That's the way it should be, Mike.
Yes, I was very, very happy about that, and so we're getting it done, getting our trip finished, and the latest development would be that my son is no longer confined by a pack and play, so using that as the road crib is getting a little troublesome. He's a spider monkey. He climbs out, and imagine our surprise when we finally put him down, and then we both lay down, and we look over, and I see his little blonde head just at the end of the bed where I don't know.
Boy.
We didn't hear him climb out of it. We didn't hear him get out of it, but he got out of it, and now he's enjoying it.
You're in for a new era when the child has some mobility. Now, I don't want to, try to offer a solution that might be considered brash, but have you ever seen when they confine a patient in a hospital?
When they strap them down?
Yeah, and
You got to swaddle him, Mike.
No swaddling. I think
But you got to tie the belt behind him.
A belt when he's swaddling.
Swaddle.
Oscar is. I think
they come over the hospital, Oscar.
Oscar is confusing swaddling with a straitjacket.
Yeah, you got to use a toddler swaddle.
There's no belts at all. It's nothing.
So can you actually? No, I don't think you can restrain a child, Rob. I think that's child abuse.
Well, you could build a fort and say it was a fort, but use the furniture with whatever establishment you're staying in to keep them safe.
It's an electrified fort, Mike, and what happens if you go outside the fort, you step on a small belt that has metal studs on it, and that's part of the game. It's not enough to hurt him, just enough to remind him.
And if you use a solid corner without any windows, that's your base.
Exactly.
Then you just take the work desk and possibly an end table, and then you've got it.
Yeah. And also, don't forget the idea of a leash.
Yes.
Listening to this conversation, I'm realizing that I'm really considering it a miracle that one of you successfully bred, and I'm hoping against hope that the other one does not ever breed. Just want to make sure that happens. But yeah, it's cool. This is the brand. This is still the new year for us. This is the new experience. This is going down there, traveling up here. It's still a new deal, and we're very, very excited about it. Really, Memorial Day weekend, as you guys know, always was my absolute favorite time to be in D.C. And the thing that's convenient about this is then next week, of course, I'm celebrating the graduation of my youngest daughter. So this is a special time to be in D.C. for me, and it'll almost, and I mean almost, make me forget the fact that on Tuesday morning I will have a 2.5-hour commute into the studio.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Mike. It's so nice of you to share your favorite things about D.C. as Memorial Day. What are some of the other things you love about this fair city?
Well, Memorial Day is the top of the heap, Rob.
Yeah,
that is the absolute pinnacle, and Memorial Day is wonderful. They're really usually it can get a little hot. After that, I mean, who couldn't argue with? I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing.
All right, well,
I was going to say if the Caps were in the playoffs, I would have said the Caps, but the Caps are not in the playoffs. And by the way, I've been following with great interest, Oscar, this battle royale that your other podcast partner and radio replacement for Mike O'Mara, Chad Dukes, is having with Ted Leonsis. Ted Leonsis coming square up against the reality of what it is to be a sports fan in Washington, D.C. And I read an article that I guess Eric Bickle was on Chad's show, and they were talking about Leonsis. I guess the gist of it, correct me if I'm wrong, is that Ted Leonsis doesn't feel that the sports talk hosts in Washington, D.C. are talking enough sports. Is that kind of the gist of it? He wants them to
that would
be
be
all
the context, but hypothetically, what I would say, and again, I haven't talked to Chad or heard Eric on Chad's show. I've just read what I've read.
Have you been with Ted at all?
Yeah, I just read about it.
Yeah, we really don't talk about his afternoon show that much because when he comes in, we just do our show, right?
Right.
But I did read what happened, and I'll say this, that I think regardless of what's talked about on the radio, that doesn't change the city's really appetite for the NHL or NBA. And
I think you are absolutely. And look, there are sports towns around the country that are much worse than Washington, D.C. But I think Eric might have alluded to it. Ultimately, you're going to get into a situation where you have to just accept the reality that this is a Redskins town.
Always has been. Always has been.
But the thing, and then I think EB said it, and I'd love to get both or one of those guys on in the next week just to talk about
that.
Because even though I'm not a sports guy, I truly, that's kind of crap. I am a sports guy. I'm a sports fan. I love sports, and I've been a big fan of Washington
You
DC
decide,
sports.
Mark.
You know, and I'd love to get them on just to talk about the dynamic, because it is a unique dynamic, Oscar, and I totally agree with you that what Ted Leonsis is wishing for is something that the only way to get that is for a history, a winning history, and I mean a winning history,
a heritage
to exist in Washington D.C. A heritage.
Multiple championships.
It takes a long time, and I don't know whether that's possible in modern sports where you're going to have a dynasty anymore. You know, Yankee fans are Yankee fans because they came off a dynasty, and fathers handed it down to sons, handed it down to their sons. The Red Sox had, just the length of time with that team being in the area with the Boston Braves and the Red Sox. But when you've got a transient area where all these are kind of outside of the Redskins, you know, you lost the Senators, then you have your startups. I don't know. But it's a fascinating subject about this because I can understand where Ted Leonsis comes from, but then I understand where Chad and Eric, you know, where those guys are getting paid to get ratings, to entertain people, and it's very, very. It's just a wonderful discussion. I'd love to have it on our show.
You really have it. You have a history with it because when the Redskins had one of their historically worst seasons, you were contractually obligated to talk to Norv Turner every Monday. And
the thing about that, Rob, but the real truth of it, Rob, and you can relate to this because you were there too.
Right.
Don lived, breathed, slept football.
True.
Don literally got depressed at the end of the NFL season.
Yeah.
After the Super Bowl, he would talk about having a letdown. I drifted away from the NFL. I was a huge baseball and hockey fan, and I had been a bigger football fan back in the day, but I really, really wasn't. And so I found that, that football season with it being Redskin, every, coverage 24/7, I ended up resenting it to a certain extent.
Sure.
I truly did, and I still do. And then when Dan Snyder came in, I ended up resenting it even more. And I know a lot of people that feel the same way about that team and doing it. You know, and I think that Ted is vibing on that a little bit. You know, hey, I put my best foot forward to try to put winning teams, which he has.
Yeah.
I'm not going to begrudge the guy. The guy's tried to put winning teams on the ice and on the court. So he gets frustrated because it's no matter what, it's like, oh, what time is Sonny coming to the golf tournament? You know, I mean,
that's this town.
That's the way it works. It's weird. It's a funny little sports town, and it wants to be other cities, is what it is.
We'll get some of the guys on, Mike.
Yeah, we'll like that. What's great is, when I had my chance to hang out and do the announcing at FedEx Field, Sonny was at that point about 72 years old, and they were never more than about 4 bad play series away from the crowd in the stadium start chanting Sonny, 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 Sonny. And I wanted to tell them that's very charming and everything, but you realize the last time he played was 1976. It's not going to work anymore. And that's the way this town is.
You have for guys like the Hogs, Jeff Bostic, you've got guys like Doug Williams, Joe Theismann, John Riggins. You have a guy like an Art Monk, receiver for the Washington Redskins. You're talking about a period of winning that was relatively brief. It was not. They had some good years, right? And they won a couple of Super Bowls. The thing about the Redskins, you win a Super Bowl with the Washington Redskins, you can punch your ticket as a personality to live off your name. You can do it for 3 decades.
Hey,
if you're a superstar, you can do it for 5 decades.
It got John Riggins on a soap opera.
He still has a career in broadcasting.
You can make that. Hey, not a lot of cities you can do that.
Yeah.
And I think the reason for that is because, first of all, it's the heritage of the Redskins, but secondly, nobody gives enough of a damn about other sports. Now, and the thing about Leonsis, the one thing he said was he wants to hear, even if they're holding their team to the fire, he'd like to hear more talk about it. Well, be careful what you wish for, Ted.
True enough.
Because the fact is, I listen to Boston sports radio, I listen to New York sports radio, and it is not pretty at all. And as far as the Red Sox in Boston, when I read the Boston Globe and listen to the radio up there, oh my God, it's just
hateful.
It's game to game. It's game to game with total judgment and immersion in it and that can have an adverse effect as well. But it's fun to talk sports sometimes, especially the actual psychology of it in our town. It's a transient city. It always will. Oscar, Rob, you guys have both grown up there all your lives. You know it.
Absolutely.
It's the Redskins or it's nothing when it comes to sports.
That's
I agree.
So true.
I
Very true.
actually, when the Wizards were winning, because I wanted to jump on the bandwagon, I looked into getting tickets, and lo and behold, I was like, "Oh, you can get tickets! Weird!
Yeah. How and you know
It's
what?
not sold out."
But also know
Playoffs.
this: that for the majority of our lives, Oscar, when they would do an ad campaign to sell tickets to see the Wizards and the Bullets before that,
Yes.
the whole crux of the ad campaign was, "How would you like to see the Bulls play?" Well, they're coming to
Well,
town.
I'm a new bandwagon fan. I'm going to be a new bandwagon fan. This could get me in a lot of trouble with our listeners because I'm jumping on the bandwagon. I was so pissed that the Rangers ended up beating the Washington Capitals that I am now officially on the Tampa Bay Lightning bandwagon to watch them knock off the Rangers. And then if they do that, I want to see them win the Stanley Cup. So that's a lot of fun. And surprisingly, I don't know, somebody must have given some free tickets out because they're selling out the Tampa Bay Stadium down here. You know, in Florida, professional sports teams, we're here. The Florida Marlins are in the 7th game of the World Series, and we want to welcome the crowd of 8,500 to this fantastic event.
The Rays, thank you.
Yes. People get a little distracted in this part of the world. Now, Rob,
Yes.
I wanted to mention because I know you guys. You feel free to kick me out whenever you want, but I wanted to tell you. Went by a couple of your favorite landmarks, and we didn't get a chance
excellent.
to stop. But one of these days, Rob, you have to take the family a little further than Kings Dominion,
Right.
and go down into South Carolina, and please visit the Cotton Museum. I
The
think
Cotton
it's something
Museum?
that you will. The
Oh.
Cotton Museum.
I think
it's
it would
something
be
you.
great, Mike. I don't know if they celebrate the fabric or perhaps the industry or maybe the agriculture.
Culture.
But I'm sure
Yeah,
that
the
there's many great
agriculture.
things to be learned at the Cotton Museum.
Well, right up the road from the Cotton Museum is the fabulous Ava Gardner Museum. which,
She's
look at that.
box, very box.
What did you say, Tyler? Oh, by the way, as we speak, as this conversation has gone on, ladies and gentlemen, we have entered the great state of Virginia.
Oh,
Thank
my
you
God.
very
Hey,
much.
Mike, we
Yeah,
can
that's
wait
a
for
bit-
you to do the rest of the show if you want.
Yeah, you can
I
be on
know.
time
You
for the
can
audio
actually,
vault.
you guys just sit tight, tell Pony to do some busy work, and I'll be there within 3.5 hours. I promise you.
You know,
It'll be
that's-
fantastic.
Oscar's just being silly, but I know where you are, and I know how traffic is moving, and I know what time it is, and I can tell you this. You're going to time it just right for lunch at KD. Stop by King's Dominion. Get yourself a turkey leg. It'll be great.
You know what, Rob? That is really a horrible idea. Thank you very much. I'm not
What
gonna
about
do
little
that.
Michael's
But
first amusement park? What about your son? Think about
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, take him to Planet
Now,
Snoopy.
Not going to happen, gentlemen. We are not. I have to get to my mother-in-law's home before the sun goes down. But anyway, what I was also going to say, the last thing, because I didn't
Yes.
want to leave Oscar out either. So we stopped at south of the border,
Ha ha.
and
Jimmy's still on that teacup ride down there.
he's still spinning around and around and around. There are foul restrooms, and then there are foul restrooms.
Oh, no.
There probably were. It was a lovely picture of Pedro over the huge Mexican lettering that said restrooms, and when you walked in, this is going to really date me, but I want our listeners. It's the only reference I've got. If you're familiar with the movie Papillon,
Oh, no.
there's a scene where Steve McQueen is held in solitary confinement.
Yes.
They are concrete block stalls with
Wow.
wooden doors painted black
Yes.
with the
Like
little,
Rolling
with the
Stones.
with the little hinge that sits on. That was how old they were, and there were. I finally found because I had the fecal urgency.
Yes.
I finally found the second to last stall, the only one with toilet paper in it.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Now, when you left the bathroom, Mike, did you feel like Andy Dufresne?
Did I what?
Did you feel like Andy Dufresne?
Yes, I feel like I crawled through, 400 yards of foulness that I could not believe. But there was one prior to that that was even filthier. It was a truck stop, which I told my wife it looked like maybe they had cleaned it a month ago. That's how disgusting it was. But look, you go along the super slab. you have to be aware of the fact this is the East Coast main corridor and really only corridor, and it is just a filth zone because of the sheer volume of people that are here. And already I'm seeing coming in the other direction, going down south, they'd say.
Yes.
It looks like those fantastic D.C. commuters are getting away a little early
for the holidays, Mike.
Holiday weekend.
I saw online this morning that if you haven't already left for Memorial Day weekend, wait till 7:30 tonight because you will make the same time if you were to leave tonight that you were to leave today.
Absolutely.
It's that hemmed up.
And this place is a ghost town. All the sales guys are not making sales.
No.
They've taken a 4-day.
You know what I haven't seen? I haven't seen enough motorcycles. I'm not sure where the motorcycles are. I haven't seen a lot of those yet. So they're working hard. They probably are heading out tomorrow. So I'm not sure, but it's a beautiful ride.
All the motorcycles are at Jimmy's.
Yes. Mike, they're getting tuned up.
Checking the oil.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Oh, there's one right there. We're coming by Love's. Isn't that a great name for a convenience store? Welcome to Love's. There's a gas stop called Love's here. It's right across the street from the Pilot. What should we go to?
Pilot is good too.
Mike, this tour has been fantastic. We have a show to get to.
We'd love for you to take the champagne bottle and break it over the bow of this show and get us started. Would you be so kind?
On behalf of the entire O'Mara family cruising along Route I-95.
Wait, there's a cat.
In the southern part of Virginia,
Balloon.
I would what?
Oh no, I just distracted for a second. Go ahead.
Let's start again, please. On behalf of the entire O'Mara family cruising along the super slab of I-95 in southern Virginia now, I'd like to say from the bottom of my toes to the top of my head, S.A.D., everybody.
Bye, Mike. Drive safe.
Bye-bye.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Have a popsicle. The icebox just broke down and they're melting all over the place. You want one?
No, thanks. Listen,
Have a popsicle.
are you the wolf man?
No, man, I'm not the wolf man. Wait a minute.
Who is this on the Wolfman telephone?
Diane.
How you doing, Diane?
All right.
That's the wolf man.
Do you love me?
He's on tape. The man is on tape.
Say you love me.
Well,
Yeah.
where is he now? I mean, where does he work?
Well,
The wolf man is everywhere.
Well, I gotta give him this note. Shit.
Can I wiggle on your roof, man?
Here, let me see the note. Hell, that's just a dedication, man. What I can do is I relay it. It'll be on tomorrow or Tuesday.
No. See, this is very important. You see, I may be leaving town tomorrow, and it's very important that I reach this girl right now.
You don't know whether you're gonna leave town or not?
Well, I'm supposed to go to college back east tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna go. I don't know.
Wait a minute. Have a popsicle. Have a
No.
Huh?
No, thanks.
Sit down a minute. It's early in the morning.
Damn.
I can't talk for the wolf man, but I can tell you one thing. If the wolf man was here, he'd say, get your ass in gear. The wolf man comes in here occasionally, bringing tapes, you know, to check up on me and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the places he talks about that he's been. The things he's seen. And there's a great, big, beautiful world out there. And here I sit, sucking on popsicles.
Why don't you leave?
I'm not a young man anymore. And the Wolfman gave me my start in the business, and I like it. I tell you what, if I can possibly do it tonight, I'll try to relay this dedication in and get it on the air for you later on.
That would be terrific. Really. Thanks.
Just a minute. Hey, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks a lot.
Really.
I appreciate it.
Sticky little mothers, ain't they?
They really 6 or 7 of them, right?
I know. I got a whole refrigerator full.
Thanks a lot.
See you later.
Appreciate it.
Rock
rock on, baby. We gonna do it right here. Rock and roll yourself to death. Oh, mercy. Give me some more.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, here's Rob.
Live from the Cappy Pfeiffer Studios, this is the Mike O'Mara Show from our nation's capital. Online, on air, and on your mobile device. Heard daily for over 5 years at MikeO'MaraShow.com. The Mike O'Mara Show is a daily radio show and podcast with the greatest listeners on the planet. Why? I think you know.
Because they get it.
Exactly. Thank you, Oscar. And if you're here, you do too.
Picture yourself sleeping like a baby, sleeping like you've never slept before. And then your life got complicated, and then you stopped sleeping. That's right. When you weren't a baby, things began to get more difficult. Well, I still sleep like a baby. You know why? Because I have a sleep number bed, and you should have a sleep number bed. I've told you about my sleep number bed for years. Right now, my sleep number is an 85. You know that. Carla's is a 65. You know that, too. It's great. We each get to set our own firmness. Come to a Sleep Number store, the only place where you'll find the sleep number bed with Sleep IQ technology that tracks your sleep by using the dual-air technology inside the bed and tells you exactly how to have the best sleep of your life. And by the way, even though I sleep like a baby, I do turn about 5-6 times when I'm getting ready to get in that optimal position. I used to bounce my wife like she was on a trampoline. With the dual air technology, you don't do that in a Sleep Number bed. Now remember, my setting's an 85, Carlos is a 65. Hurry into a Sleep Number store where you can save $500 on a Sleep Number Memorial Day Special Edition bed with Sleep IQ technology. No better sleep. Find your Sleep Number setting today at any of the 450 Sleep Number stores nationwide. Find one near you by calling 800-511-0061. And don't forget to give me a Red Hot right off the grill, baby, and tell him Mike O'Mara sent you.
Oh, Mike loves his Red Hots, everybody.
There you go.
Very, very cool. Well, happy Friday, everybody, and kickoff for the long weekend.
Yeah, I'm excited, and this is what's strange about being here. One, you just heard Mike on the road, so he's making his way up to D.C.
Focused.
Focused.
Laser-like focus.
Oh, my God. And the thing is, there's two things afoot here.
A play. I should say.
Play.
You said afoot, I said a play. That's neither are right.
Two things going on that at least I notice is one that he clearly has been trapped in a car for a little over 24 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And then trapped in a motel for, let's say, 8 of those hours.
And he didn't use one of my favorite phrases. I was waiting for him to say flea bag. I love when a motel is referred to as a flea bag because it's so very evocative.
So he wants to be on the show because he's a professional, but he also craves interaction of some sort. Yeah. So his escape was on the phone with us.
Oh, and he was so powerful bored.
And he was like, yes, I can do something that's adult and great.
Carla is obviously driving, which is what she does, and she's a great driver.
Should. Probably safer.
Well, yeah, and she's... Did you buy it yesterday when he said that she was as much of a hothead as he was?
No,
I didn't either. I'm not so sure that anybody is. But she's at the wheel, and he's bored. He's probably played a couple games on his phone. He's probably put the trip in Waze about 17 times, but he's got nothing to do.
He's the type of co-pilot that will continue checking Waze to see if Waze has any updates.
Renavigate.
Not realizing that Waze continues to update just by not even hitting a refresh or relaunching, because he has to see if there's anything that Waze can do to make this trip faster.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that stands in front of a microwave and says, "Come on, hurry up!"
Or if you're getting a trailer put on, you walk out every 20 minutes for the poor guy that's trying to fix it and saying, "Hey, how's it going?"
Waze is going to send him a Waze alert that says, "You're making me tense."
You're no longer allowed to use it.
Yeah, please, oh please.
You're an unwanted Wazer.
They took away his sword.
Jeez. But yeah, it is Memorial Day weekend, so I'm happy he was able to make it on the program. Do you have any big plans?
I do not. I might take Julia. To see Poltergeist.
Oh, that's nice.
Because
that's not big plans. You're taking her a movie.
That's a plan. That's something. And then of course I'll be at Jimmy's, and
Poor family.
All of you will.
Yes.
All of us will.
Yeah, Jimmy's will be fun on Sunday. I have This is going to be fun. I have right after. Technically, if you're playing along at home, when you're done with your work day, you run to whatever vacation spot you're going to. Right.
I love the notion of people playing along with the Mike O'Mara show. How does one do that?
Well, usually on Fridays, if you are at 9 to 5, you get off at 2 o'clock, sometimes noon. If
you stop working at 10:30.
If your company's super generous, they'll give you the day off. But usually. They won't tell you, at least in radio they did this, and then the salespeople get out at 2, right? 2 p.m.
Oh, you just made me think of something that I hated, but go ahead. I'll tell you about it in a second.
And we would still either be on the air or be at the radio station. Everyone would leave and be like, okay, well, we still have to do a show.
Right.
Continue doing the show. But after the show is over, you get to go home.
Right.
Or if you're going to the beach or if you're getting on a plane, you reach the airport. This is the first year that I'm not like super excited to do anything because I have school, right?
Right. So it definitely throws a wrinkle into it.
Which is strange, and I'm a little bitter about it, but that's fine. But this weekend it's jam-packed with family and friends as we have Jimmy's on Sunday.
Will you be visiting your family?
I will be seeing my family.
That's great.
Probably I might just go to Jimmy's and then to my parents because we have Monday off.
Right on.
But I will say that I'll have to see. It's a tradition. I see my family if I'm in town, and then on Saturday there's a big surprise party, which I won't say who it's for, that I'm going to.
Because that would ruin the surprise.
That would ruin the surprise. Yes.
Is it someone?
That person does not listen to the show, and I don't even want to talk about it. It's
okay.
Fine.
All right.
So. It's
it's not my birthday, right?
Clearly,
okay.
I know.
Okay.
But right after the program today, I'm going to TM Soft to work on Free App Company.
Oh, okay. With Todd.
With Todd Moore. And hey,
you know what?
Big holiday plans, let me tell you.
Well, you know what would be fun is why don't you go get about, not a dozen, but maybe 6 or 7 helium balloons.
Yes.
And when you go into TM Soft, just go, surprise!
A part of me wanted to do the shtick that I would have done 5 years ago before Todd became an adult.
Which is make out with him?
And a businessman. Whoa. No making out.
Just checking.
It's like bring in like a bottle of Jack and like a bunch of like a little case of Coke Zeros, and then walk and be like, all right, man, let's do this.
It wouldn't work anymore.
Wouldn't fly anymore.
He's a real guy.
That doesn't work. He's got
guy.
employees, and he would be upset, I imagine.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I'm hoping we can get out.
You should have go in and say, you can't tell me what to do. I'm a partner. I'm a partner.
I'm the crazy partner you don't want.
Yeah, now go get me a coffee cup because I'm going to mix this right here and right now.
So the highlight of my weekend will be Jimmy's.
Yeah, I think for me too. That'll be
Should
great.
be a lot of fun.
And Jimmy always does a great job. You reminded me of the sort of spontaneous dismissal of people at work.
Yes.
I actually got a text from Julia right before the show. She takes her English SOL today, the Standard of Learning Test, which is the most important test for her of the year. It doesn't affect her grade.
I thought that decides either placement. So if you don't do well on SOL going into high school, you end up in ESOL, right?
No, that's just you, Oscar.
Oh,
she's primarily an English-speaking kid, and she has a wonderful command of the language. But this is the most important thing about SOL, and the teachers won't tell you this, is that the scores of SOLs determine how the school is doing, and that will get the school more funding.
Yes.
The better they do on SOLs, the better the school does financially and ranking. And I think this is flawed.
A big school system in Atlanta got in trouble for that.
This is tremendously flawed because what they tend to do is teach for the test and not for real life.
Yeah, they want their dollars.
They do. They want. It's very, very important to them. But that aside, the teacher
is she
actually
nervous
said
for it?
The English one, no. The geometry one, she was nervous. She did quite well
she might
on
have
it.
to come over and help me. Jesus.
But what happened is the teacher said that now that the SOL is done, you guys, if you can get out of here, you can go home. And I thought, wow, in 8th grade they're saying this?
What time?
Is this a substitute teacher?
I think it might be a substitute school system because the whole thing seems flawed.
You can leave when you're done with the test?
Yeah, this is the text I got from her. Hold on.
Wait a second.
This is
Julia.
Your daughter's telling you this.
Yeah, she
what
says,
does the school say?
Can you take me home early today? We took our SOL in English, and Mr. Haley, I believe he played the Tin Man. Mr. Haley said it would be okay if we just went home.
But the principal says that first.
Yeah, and so I replied what I always did: is I'm at work late. I'll try.
Yeah, but
I think it might be good for her to hang out.
What about just calling the school instead of just
Well, I will.
Saying what the story is.
I will if I do it.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
going to go on her word.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
senior skip day. She's going to end up
seems
smoking.
to me like you're like, yeah, I'll be right there, babe.
Well, no. You think that I'm at
Baby,
work late,
what's up?
I'll try means I'm on my way? What's going to happen is she's going to be. She's going to have a pack of smokes at the ice cream parlor. That's where she's going to be.
I don't remember being let out in 8th grade at all. You
No.
were trapped there till that bell rang.
Even in
you
high
would
school,
walk out.
it was even harder in high school.
No,
but,
I would leave high school.
But
That
what
was
you
actually cool.
What you reminded me of is that at WJFK, I had perfect attendance.
Rob would stand there waiting for the cheese wagon to pick him up.
No, I walked.
School bus.
I
you
walked.
Oh,
I did.
Good man.
Yeah, I was so close.
Even cooler.
Yeah, I could have. I could have left. I could have gone home for lunch.
Let me say this: there is so much regret that in high school now. When I was in college, I had a blast. Don't get me wrong.
Sure. I think we've proven that. You had a blast at every college you went to.
I did. I had
this one.
a good time, except for this one where you're actually learning. But there is a big part of me that I took algebra and geometry, and now we are into a portion of the curriculum where there's algebra, a ton of it, right?
Sure.
And I sat there and I said, "Mother F." Like if I actually
out loud you said this?
No, in my head I said, if I, just like any other parent told me, or my mom would tell me, or my dad would tell me, if I just paid attention a little more.
Yep.
And I know you forget things, but it's like riding a bike. So it will come back to you.
It will come back to you.
It's like I never rode a bike. Because the hours of tutoring have doubled, and my Sundays are backed with them.
Well, I would at WJFK. It would be Memorial Day or the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and what would happen is at about 2:00, the lovely and very, very, sort of omnibenevolent man. I loved him so much, Alan Leinwand. He would say, 2:00, you guys can cruise out, but we were afternoon drive.
Yeah.
3 till 7. So what happened is while we were just gearing up to literally start our work day, I would see people leaving and lights being turned off.
Yeah.
It was like being there after the apocalypse, and the salespeople grinning ear to ear saying, "We're leaving.
We're out.
Hey, have a great holiday."
Doesn't matter if we haven't sold anything in years.
That's right. Yeah, we go ahead.
We've earned this.
We took an order from Geico, so my day's done.
And the logic, and to be fair to everybody, look, if you're a 9 to 5, you get off at 2. God bless you.
Yep.
You clearly are grinding your days away. You don't get to leave early. You don't have a shortened schedule. So do what you have to do. But when we worked at the radio stations we worked at,
right,
there was maybe you did at one point. WJFK was a juggernaut as far as sales was concerned.
Yes,
I remember that because I used to work at other radio stations. People would point at your radio station and say, "Look at that radio. Look how much it's billing." Right,
the
and billing, by
was
the way, just the
A-okay.
revenue that's coming in. When every radio station I worked at, we always had missed that heyday. so I remember we were always there for the death rattle, and I remember walking out and having that same feeling, or getting there for our night show and seeing that nobody was there. And we used to arrive for a night show earlier in the day, so technically there were work hours, right?
Oscar just missed it. It was like he lived in Berlin in 1970.
Yes.
The wall was already there, and then he left before the wall came down. He didn't get to see anything good.
All it was that they canceled holiday parties. That we didn't have budgets for bonuses. Everything was foregone. So everything that came down from corporate. We had to sell T-shirts to get money to actually have give. This is how bad it was on the inside. You couldn't talk about it on the air.
No.
Talk about it now. and I remember walking out those days. And God bless you if you work hard and you earn a living and you deserve this time off. And you know what? Even if you don't, why not? We all get a freebie once in a while.
Sure.
But this radio station was dying on the vine, and they would let them out at 2:00, and I would walk out. I said, hey, I know I'm just a DJ. I haven't gone to business school yet, but I can do the math. We're -2.
Hey, Oscar.
We're negative. We are in the effing red,
Oscar,
and you let these people go.
You don't need algebra for that, because all you need to know is that A equals no revenue.
Yeah.
The A equals no revenue.
Why not? Everybody just take off.
Yeah, no good,
Everybody's
man.
on vacation. No one's buying anything anyways. Jesus.
Thanks for the pick-me-up, Oscar.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Flashbacks.
We got to desperately get, you know what? This captainless ship, we got to get back on schedule.
All right.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Oscar bought some furniture, and we'll hear about it after this.
This week on the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show.
He takes the lid off of his toy chest, and he has turned it into his own boat. And he's going, boat, boat, boat. Yes, that's a blue boat. Boat, boat, boat. I said, that's a very nice one. Boat, boat. I said, yes, I see the blue boat. Boat, boat, boat. Yes, we see the boat. That's fantastic. Really happy about that. Boat, boat, boat. And it goes on. He's the love of my life. I mean, I adore him. I walk through fire for the kid. It's like, all right, enough with the fucking boat. Please, just put a boat. But I know it is a boat, or you want to see the fucking boats on my computer. Every time we sit there and Daddy's doing his show prep, you want to see boats, 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 boats. I said, I get it. I get the whole boat thing. I'm starting to feel 55. I'm enough.
No.
The Michael Mara Bonus Show, because 5 hours a week just ain't enough. Always available at michaelmarashow.com. Bonus.
Welcome back to the show. Whoa, whoa. I've been telling you about Cameron Hughes Wine for a long, long time. You know, they're the company that finds premium vineyards that have a little extra of their best wines. CH Wine buys those extra bottles, then they sell it direct to their customers. They allow you to drink the exact same wine that you'd find at expensive, high-end wineries, but you're paying a lot less with Cameron Hughes. The proof is in the bottle. CH Wine, perfect for Memorial Day, summer barbecues, and save some for Dad now. Father's Day just around the corner. I recently drank Lot 425. That is an amazing 2012 Pinot from a Central Coast vineyard that produces extraordinary premium wine. I loved it. Everyone loved it. That's why it's sold out. It's great for this time of year. Sold out except for a small reserve for our listeners. Use the code TMOS and you get exclusive access to Lot 425. This week only, you get this extraordinary Pinot for 20% off. Here's the only way to get this reserve sold out Pinot at 20% off with free shipping. Visit chwine.com, click on the microphone in the upper left-hand corner and enter TMOS. That's chwine.com, click the mic and enter TMOS. You need to try this wine. Quantities are limited and the offer ends today. chwine.com.
Delicious. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara on the road, Oscar and Rob show in effect.
Yes.
Aren't you glad to be you? It's a great time to be alive.
I like the Rob and Oscar show. Rolls off the tongue a little bit.
You think?
Yeah, I like that.
Oscar and Rob. I don't know.
Rob and Oscar.
How about just
Oscar and Rob.
Let's give the show a one-name exciting title. Pony.
He does crave action.
He does crave action. Now, you know, there is not much evidence on Facebook or social media of your tiny apartment.
Oh, yeah.
My only real experience knowing your place is that one time when you first installed Skype, you called me to see if it worked.
Yes.
And I got a little tour of your apartment that way. And also the video you did for the original cat.
Yeah.
Now, in the original
Meow.
cat video, we could see a massive white couch in the background. That couch is gone?
That couch is gone. I just got, this is what's great when you do your I guess you would do you take in your life. There are certain points whether you're 25, you're 30 or 35 where you say, okay, I am either going to stay in this condo for or your apartment or home for X amount of years, and you take inventory of what you should upgrade, right?
Sure.
I had bought a couch more than 6 years ago. It was a nice leather couch.
It's sectional, right?
It's sectional.
Right.
L-shaped. It was perfect fit for my condo at the time.
Marvin Gaye, sectional healing.
6 years have passed. I've done a dozen dirty things on that couch.
I was going to say a dozen dirty women. That's a lot.
And though it...
But it wipes clean, Pony.
It's not enough.
It's leather.
Still not enough.
Though, because it was leather and it was just me for the majority of the time,
right?
It's still great. It's still in great shape.
It's
right?
your money leather couch.
Yes, and I think at a certain point, ever since Shannon had moved in, she said we should probably upgrade that couch, right? Because
did she say upgrade or fumigate?
Just upgrade.
Okay.
And I said, oh, look, we're probably going to move soon. So this is before I decided to go to business school. We're probably going to move soon. So there's no reason in buying new furniture because ideally you would want to buy the new furniture when you move to a new place.
What you want to buy is a nice, uncomfortable metal desk where you can, burn a candle and study like Abe Lincoln.
So I did the inventory about, I want to say a month ago. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 2 months ago. And I said, well, I'm going to business school. There's no way I'm ever moving anytime soon. I'm going to be in too much debt. So this is out. It's probably time just to get a couch, right?
Sure.
So
maybe you set the sights too high. The sights too high. What if you bought a love seat?
No.
Something smaller. A Davenport.
No. The couch was the couch, and I had to get it. And if you don't because when you live in a small place, anybody that ever has, you have to maximize your space.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just go into a furniture store and buy whatever they have on the floor or whatever popular sizes they have. You
measurements. It's all about measurements.
You have to measure, and you have to give them exactly what you want. And by the way, if you want that done, it takes about 2 months if you're lucky to get that furniture to your home.
Well, I actually have experience in the furniture game. That's because the furniture is made, they like, if you go to a company like Thomasville and they make couches and tables and everything, they make tables for a while, then they stop making tables. Then they make couches for a while, then they stop making couches. So if they don't have it in stock, you got to wait until the next run happens before it's going to be built.
That's true. I thought these little elves would get up and they say, okay, we're going to make this for Mr. Santana.
Furniture elves.
And then they would get together, and then it just took them 2 months.
Foul-tempered furniture elves.
So I have to wait for the next run, the assembly run.
Exactly, right.
Okay. Finally happened. What they said would be 2 months. It was really 2 months and 3 weeks.
Okay.
I get the call.
So it's almost 4?
That's like, 3 months.
Yeah,
Pony.
basically 3 months.
Mind your math, Pony.
And I said, okay, you're 3 weeks late, but no big deal. I really hadn't thought about the couch. I knew it was coming eventually.
You see, that's not how I would have handled. I would have said, thank God you called. I've been standing up for 79 days.
I have a friend that has seen my couch, said, if you're going to give that couch away, I'd love that couch.
Sure.
Because this is what I also didn't know, is they don't take away your old couch. I thought that
this is a rookie mistake.
I thought that the company would initially just either take it away or you could give it away to Goodwill. Those are two options.
You probably could have finessed it, but that takes some groundwork in advance.
Okay.
We say, if we want to close this deal, I got to get this other couch out of here, and I don't know.
Next time I'll figure that out.
Bring me along, and I'll say I'm your brother.
Please. I had a friend. He said he'd come. It was a bit of an issue to coordinate the actual timing. They figured it out. The guys were delivering the couch this past Sunday. I had a window from 8 a.m. to 10:30, right? I said to my friend...
PM or
AM?
Okay. Oh, good. So a 2-hour window. Good.
To 10:30 a.m. And I said, you have to be here before the guys or within that window so we can get this done with. He comes over. He brings a friend with the truck, and they couldn't have been... more gracious and kind and appreciative and quick about the entire situation.
That's fantastic.
They picked up both sections. I helped them out in certain parts when we were walking down. Nothing got destroyed because I don't have an elevator. You have three.
Oh, that's right. You're on the first floor.
Yes, but I'm on the third floor. But we don't have an elevator, right?
Oh.
Not that big a deal.
Well,
Not for somebody that's in shape. And
I just realized why I've never visited. It has nothing to do with the fact that we're not really friends or that I've never been invited. It has to do with the lack of the visit of a man named Otis.
Yes.
Yeah, so no elevator for you.
So no elevator. So you have to go down 3 flights of stairs. And
are they bent flights, like half and half and then half and half? Or are they?
They're full flights.
Oh, they're full flights.
They're full
okay.
flights.
All right.
And I said, okay, we'll do this. We knocked it out. The 2 sections of the couch were out and in front of my condo by the time the furniture guy showed up. And my first sign of trouble, and I should have known this, was when the truck showed up and there was no logo of the actual store I bought it from on the side.
Oh no! They've contracted it out.
Wait for it.
Hang on for me, just a half a tick, my dear. We will take a small break and be back after this. It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. We are in love with Next Issue. It's like Netflix for magazines, only better. All your favorite magazine titles, unlimited and instant access, all in one place and right at your fingertips. Welcome to the modern world. All the latest issues and even back issues delivered right to your phone or tablet. It is available for iPads, iPhones, Android tablets, and smartphones, and one account can be shared by up to 5 people. So it's great for families, and that is a value. Just go to nextissue.com/TMOS for your free trial. We all love it, right, Rob Spiewak?
I found a magazine that I didn't even know existed. It's called Fast Company, and I was drawn to it because Amy Poehler was on the cover. It was the 100 Most Creative People. Very fascinating read, but the coolest thing about it is that when you get it on the service, they have videos inside. There was a video of Amy Poehler that you wouldn't get if you subscribed to the magazine, but because I'm watching it on my iPad, she talked to me. It was terrific. Fast Company.
Over 150 of the most popular magazine titles. Plans start as low as $9.99. You can explore all your favorite topics with instant searches, plus digital extras you won't find anywhere else. It's a buffet of magazines. Binge read with no limits, and there is no clutter. I love it. And they got so many of my favorite magazines.
All of them.
I'm a Vanity Fair man, of course. Just remember, go to nextissue.com/TMOS. Sign up today for your free trial. That's a $15 savings. This is a great deal, but it's only available if you go to nextissue.com/TMOS and sign up today. That's nextissue.com/TMOS.
Next issue at the pool, man. You know, you bring your phone to the pool this summer and you catch up all the magazines.
I have a new reason to use my iPad. I was telling my brother about it. I said, you can actually use your iPad now.
Well, why don't you use your iPad?
Because, well, think about it. If you're not using your iPad for your sound effects,
For the job, right?
When are you using it?
Well, I got a table at home that doesn't sit level, and I just sort of
No,
wedge
honestly,
it under.
when do you use it?
I do sometimes if I'm watching TV and I don't want to be in front of the computer. I'll bring it. Like you see, I can use it like a laptop. You have a laptop, and I have a desktop.
Yeah, I have a laptop.
So yeah,
that's
but
what
yeah,
I
that's
use.
when I use it.
I'd rather use a laptop.
All right, but back to the furniture.
Yes.
You took delivery, and it's almost you were expecting a furniture van that had the name of the company that you patronized. Instead, what you got was the DC Sniper.
No, I got the white panel, not the white panel van, Jesus, the white box truck showed up, and
it's not the one that Mike rented, is it?
No, but I thought that I was like, okay, fine. These guys have to be professionals. I didn't go to some store that was probably. I went to a department store of all things to buy this furniture.
You don't need to really ever say these guys got to be professional, because remember, I used to do this.
Yes, but common sense has a lot to do with this job.
This is true.
Yes.
You know what? It's less than half of it is the lifting.
That's it, right? So there's three of them too. Three guys. Two guys took down the original couch.
That's a big staff.
Three guys. Mm-hmm. The sectional is going right back up, and there's three guys to do it instead of two guys. So the first piece, the first sign of trouble was this. They got there and they said, okay, we want to see where we're going. And I said, okay.
They said, okay, open your eyes.
I'll walk you up there and you can see it. And I was like, well, maybe they're doing a site check. I get that.
Right.
They said, where? But when the guy walked in my place, there was already no furniture and you could see like the dust outline that I was just cleaning up.
Yeah, I'm guessing that if you were coming from a furnished apartment, and I won't call it an efficiency, but it is a studio apartment,
super small.
And if there was a place where there was a couch, and then you walk in,
the walls were bare.
There's going to be one place where the couch can go.
So I walk in and goes, so where do you want it?
Oh no!
And I said,
in the bathroom.
I said, I've actually measured. I was like, it's the exact same size as my old couch.
Perfect.
So the first section that's downstairs, I see, will go here. And he goes, okay. They go downstairs. I go ahead and grab. I grabbed one of the guys and I was like, I'll walk you guys up. We'll go. They take off all the plastic, all the cardboard, everything.
Not good.
And there's a side note. When I went and when I meet all these guys, I go and shake their hands, right?
Sure.
One of the guys said, you don't want to shake my hands. I've been moving all morning. I said, okay. So I was like, okay. So I gave him the fist bump. Like, that was the most awkward interaction. I was like, oh man, this is already not working. But
what is their approximate age? Younger than you?
I would say they're in their 30s.
Okay.
In their 30s, right?
Okay.
So they're my age, I imagine.
Very good.
So the guy gave me a fist bump. I said, okay, let's go do this. They dropped the couch. It's already packed. As you know, they come with the furniture's packed.
Curious question for you, Oscar, just because I know this is not what you do.
Yes.
Why do you think they've already screwed up by removing the packaging?
Because I would say at the very least you have to keep the plastic on because you have to manhandle that thing, right?
And protect it against bumping.
Yeah,
exactly.
and scratching.
All right. If I had an instant replay, I'd hit a ding.
They completely took it away. Took it off, and then.
Thank you, Pony.
Thank you, Pony.
Yeah, it's 1930.
And then they start taking it up, and I immediately noticed that the soot that's on this guy's hands is getting on this gray couch.
It's like a gray leather?
No, it's not leather. It's a gray, like a light gray couch. So I see fingerprints on the couch.
Oh, no.
So I said, okay, don't go crazy. Like, you don't want to go through this again.
This is
you don't
so
have
not
time for
okay.
And on the way up, I have to tell them how they should actually do the moving. I'm like, okay, now you're gonna flip it here, and I'm like, okay. I was like, I'll give them this one direction to get upstairs. So they get the third floor. I start cleaning the soot. I say, guys, can you just maybe put on some gloves or get some plastic on the next piece because you're getting a little dirty. And they had dented and scratched a couple sides of the wood. I said, you probably have a pen that we can just touch this up. No big deal.
Right.
Now,
okay.
look, I'm anal about a lot of things, but I don't want to go through this again.
But you know what? That is a very healthy attitude. You shouldn't have to have it.
No.
You see, normally what you would do when you ding the couch, the move is
get a glass of water,
and then you pull out
Too
the
bad.
pen,
My place is too small. I'd see them. Because I just walked to I took 1 foot to the left. There's my fridge, and there's my couch.
All right, then I would have used a different technique with you. I would have said,
Do you have to take use the bathroom? Now's a good time so we can fix your furniture.
I would say, I hate to bother you, and I know we just brought you your couch. Could you step out to Starbucks and get me a latte? Would that be asking too much?
But I knew that bit. I heard that bit. So I said, "Where's your pen? Right?
Touch-up pen.
Touch-up pen. You could figure this out." I was like, "Just touch it up." But there was it's on the front side of the furniture. You could notice it. Yeah. So I was like, "Ugh."
I would be really close to sending it back at this point, but I know you don't want to.
One piece. I was like, okay, second piece, no problem. My guys come back up to say thank you, shake hands, glad hand, no big deal. And I'm entertaining them. And they said, okay, we'll see you later. I said, all right. They go back down. They said, they come right back up. They said, look, they're moving the couch up. I'm like, no big deal. Just wait till they get it up. You guys can get out. 5, 10 minutes goes by, 12 minutes goes by. I don't hear anything in the hall. I don't hear anything. I said, I'm sorry, guys. You probably want to get on your way. Let's go downstairs and see what the F is going on.
Right.
Hit the second floor. The couch is stuck inside. It's been wedged between the 2 floors, and there's damage already to 2 walls because they've been rubbing the bare furniture into the plaster wall, dinging it in. And I go down and said, I had these 2 guys that have never moved furniture in their lives probably get 2 huge sectionals down. No problem. You're supposed to be professionals. How does this happen? He said, I'm so sorry, sir. This is our second weekend working here.
Oh, no.
And I said, well, that doesn't help me. What are we going to do? And I said, if that furniture can't be, fixed, I don't want this piece of furniture.
Right, exactly. Nor should you.
So he said, don't worry, sir. Let's just try to get it through to see which way we're going to get it through. We're already this far. And I said, whatever way you're going to do it, I was like, if it's damaged, I'm not taking it. And then they start pushing, and I'm telling you, I don't know if a toddler or kids could have gotten the furniture wedged between these 2 floors.
Was it sideways? I mean,
it didn't even make sense.
I'm guessing what it is that if you think of essentially a sofa is shaped like an L, right? Mm-hmm. And there is a way that if you bring it in the right way, it kicks around a corner because you have that hollow part
Even better, you flip it over the railing, and it's there.
Yeah. But if you go in backwards and you try to push it, it's going to get stuck. Yeah. It's not, it doesn't fit.
Already my walls of my condo, the common area, which I'm going to have to pay for, is like Freddy Krueger had to walk through the halls and decided to just chop up the plaster. And they said, okay, we're just going to get it over so we know for next time, whatever that meant. And I said, I don't know if there's going to be a next time, but okay, let's figure it out.
It's a dress rehearsal for them now.
And I said, okay, so he's pushing. It's wedged. They're knocking on neighbors' doors to get some leverage to walk in, to get some leverage to back in to their condos. My neighbors are coming out because they hear me yelling because, I get a certain point. It's like,
and it's early on a Sunday.
Oh, yeah. They're not happy.
They're loving you. I don't like your chances for re-election.
At this point, I hear a crack.
Ooh.
And a bow. It was a bow and then a crack. And I say, well, I'm definitely not taking this furniture now. They said, sir. He goes, sir, no, that was just a bow. That happens all the time. I said, no, it doesn't. It doesn't, and I can't believe you just told me this. It doesn't. They end up, to make a long story short, they end up breaking the piece of furniture, getting it through the hall. At this point, I wasn't going to have them do more damage. It was easier for them to take it up and have something for me to sit down on.
Sure.
So I have a broken sofa in my condo.
Have you arranged for replacement?
I have arranged for replacement. And let me tell you, when they tell you they're going to call the company and tell them that you need a new couch, they're lying to you. Because when I called yesterday, they said, sir, how's your couch doing? I said, it's not great. Didn't those a-holes call you and tell you I need a new one? You want me to send you pictures and the dollar and the amount of money that's going to cost me to fix this?
Do you know what's so great is that they've only been at it 2 weeks. In about 2 months, their lies are going to be much better.
How do you not call them and say there's going to be an angry... I figured they would have called...
They're counting on you not following through.
For the broken couch? I can't sit on that side of the couch.
Besides, they might be onto another adventure by now.
Oh, my God.
They might be selling ice cream by now.
Hey, pay the extra money. Pay the extra money it costs for whatever that fancy furniture store comes with the logo on the side, and the people know what the F they're doing.
Stand by their name.
Because when I bought from Crate & Barrel when I was a swinging single, and I said price is no object, the guys came in and nothing was broken. It was perfect.
Wow. You know what? If you like to shop at Crate and Barrel, come to my house.
Can't
and what
afford
we'll do is we'll get a stack of $20 bills and we'll burn them.
No.
That'd be nice.
The delivery alone was worth it. They didn't break anything. It was perfect.
Yeah, the only thing that's broke is you.
Yeah, really.
Stick around, folks. We'll come back with Oscarazzi. Take a breath.
I will.
It's going to be okay. You're going to get a new sofa. Gray, no
When?
stains.
In 4 months?
Yeah, about. It'll be good.
Sure.
Yeah. Come over. We'll sit on it for Christmas. Oscarazzi right after this.
Hey Sanjeev, are you ready to go to the gym with me? I will be in a sec, but right now I am updating my Myco Mirror Show app. Myco Mirror Show app? What is it? You have a mobile phone, right? Sure. Is it a smartphone? You bet. Is it an Android or iOS? I do not know. Well, it's easy. Is it an Apple logo or a little green robot? I always thought it was a mango, but I guess it's an apple. Okay, so you have iOS. Okay. All you have to do is go to the App Store and type in TMOS and hit search. But is it really worth my time? Absolutely. It is the easiest way to listen to the Myco Mirror Show on your phone. Oh, that Myco Mirror Show app. It is new and everybody is talking about it. I updated yesterday. And I love it.
Yo tengo un Android. Will it work for me, ese?
Absolutely. Both platforms. The new Myco Mirror Show app. Download it and improve your life today.
We love it.
Yay!
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. I want to take this moment to speak to people more intelligent than I am. That's a whole bunch of people, but I'm specifically talking about people that work for a company's website or IT security, or if you work with people who do. You need to listen to this message. How much would it cost your business if your website went down? Would you still have a job if you let hackers into your website? It's not a matter of if, but when in this world we live in. So listen up. I want to tell you about a company called SiteLock. SiteLock, SiteLock. They're the global leader in website security, and they make your website fast and secure. SiteLock True Speed Content Delivery increases your website speed by 50% on average. Who wouldn't want to do that? Plus, SiteLock's True Shield Firewall blocks both network and application DDoS attacks with automatic triggering, which means your site stays up and running even during an attack. And nothing beats their 24/7 US-based phone support as well. Don't be the next company that's in the news for being hacked. You may not recover from it. Call or visit SiteLock.com today. SiteLock currently protects over 5 million websites. To get your first month of SiteLock free, just go to SiteLock.com, click on the banner in the top right-hand corner and enter TMOS. That's SiteLock.com. Click the banner and enter TMOS, or call them right now, 844-598-0600. That's 844-598-0600.
Thank you, Mike. And now it is time. Oh, new element for Oscarazzi this week.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it will divide each story, but I want to introduce this into your program.
Please. I come from an immigrant family.
So there you go.
You jerks.
Tony suggested.
Fellas.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Oscarazzi.
Speaking of the iPad, you know I love the tech world.
Sure.
Next issue, again, make it a little bigger because it looks like in June, Apple may be announcing a 12-inch iPad.
Wow.
Boom, bam.
It's actually 9 inches, but guys tell girls it's 12 inches. That's the deal, how
Could
it
you
works.
imagine your buttons being a little bigger?
In so many ways, Oscar. That would be fantastic. That would be so cool.
I saw that breaking news. And multitasking, so you could actually have multiple apps running at one time.
So they let you open more than one window.
That's what they say. That's a big rumor these days.
That might be their just one more thing?
Yeah, but they're really catching up with the Android.
Does Android have a tablet that big? Well, because Pony has the thing where you can take the screen off his laptop.
Yeah, but Android has had tablets with multitasking for some time now.
Oh, yeah.
Pony told me that he had that on his, and he said I might have it on my laptop, and I broke my laptop. But I did get the screen off.
Speaking of good times, fellas, what's your take on the ESPYs? Do you ever just watch them or pull audio from them?
I pull audio occasionally. Yeah. It's not. They don't celebrate the part of culture that I enjoy. Yeah. So it's really not my thing.
Rod Ford?
More about the Tonys.
I can't stand it. I hate those stupid colored jackets that they wear. They're always just trying to look more flashy than the last person.
Yeah, but if you remember last...
Don't you hate guys that put on garish tuxedos?
Maybe last
I like it black and white. Just standard.
Okay, but remember last year when they had Stuart Scott and he said his goodbye, basically?
Well,
that was a moment.
nice.
That was a
very
moment.
nice.
That
If I
was a
disagree
true
with you,
moment,
I'm the
yeah.
big
That was a
a-hole if I disagree.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Rofo. Joe McHale will host the 2015 ESPYs.
It'll be the snarkiest award show ever.
Do you not like him?
No, he's fine, but he has that attitude. He has an attitude.
I always feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, when you and Mike don't like someone that's successful and then they happen to be skinny, is it because they're skinny first, or because
help.
they don't like the material?
It doesn't help.
Why doesn't it help?
Well, because that's what we want to be.
Okay, you know what?
You are a more balanced, healthier person in so many ways, mentally healthier. In that, I want to see people that have what I want do not succeed. I want to be skinny and funny and rich and hosting the ESPY. You know what? If they asked me to host, I'd care.
Yes,
I
you would care.
I'd be a wonderful host.
Moving on.
God
here.
forbid anything happens to Joel McHale, like starvation.
Are you interested in auditing any film classes?
No, I do love film classes.
Yeah.
I took the limit of film classes when I graduated. So.
James Franco announces his new film class.
Yeah, I'm having a film class.
And this is what's great about James Franco. He makes no apologies for who he is.
No,
he announced on Instagram, and I'll let you know with the pictures in 2 seconds, but the announcement said, I'll be teaching a film class this fall. 3 fully financed feature films will be made. Enrolled students will have first priority. So sign up for classes, and he has the website
So it's
there.
a filmmaking class?
Yes.
Oh, you see, now that's different. I like to study film that has already
Yes.
been made. I've never taken a class about making film.
PHWstudio4.com is the website, and he's got a link on his Instagram. This is the one thing. Now, I would be excited for this.
Sure.
And it's something, if you really were into this and you don't have to go to NYU, then you can just be a part of. Why not, right?
Yeah.
The guy's a really talented guy. Though, he posted it on Instagram and made his announcement with a selfie of him that is basically with shirtless, and he's got sunglasses on.
Wow.
Now, if you're going to post about a higher ed class or something that maybe you want people to sign up for, if you want to do that, how about a little more, maybe a different type of picture going along with the announcement,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, if you have to go shirtless, at least wear a tie. Be like a Chippendales guy.
Yeah.
But a little more scholastic, if you will.
I suppose, and and I will. But he is him. And you know what? The one thing, I'll never forgive him for the way he hosted the Academy Awards.
You got to let it go.
It was the worst.
He said it as well.
But I will give him credit that he stopped a functioning film career and got a true college education.
Yeah.
He didn't, he didn't halfway it. He really did it. So he does value education, and he has made some
has
good
a passion
appearances
for
and stuff.
film.
But you're right. Put on a shirt, you freak.
Yeah. Well, it looks like a Tinder photo more than anything else.
Yeah. Did you accidentally sign up, or did you swipe left?
No, I swiped right.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, Jesus. Speaking of pictures,
Yes.
there's quite a kerfuffle going on.
A kerfuffle, Oscar.
As apparently Nicole Trufino. I come from an immigrant family. Nicole Trufino is on the cover of Elle magazine in Australia, and she is breastfeeding.
Now, when you see Elle magazine, do you think it's just something called The Magazine?
Oh, no, I don't do that.
Okay,
Why would he think that?
Because he's Spanish. Oh, I see, Pony. You want
I come from an immigrant family.
jokes. Yeah. Don't tell me what tapes to play. How dare you?
Do you think, if you're going to see anybody breastfeeding, I'd like to see a supermodel doing it?
Yeah, I think that's
Right?
fine. As a matter of fact, yeah.
no big deal.
I might show up.
I don't find it erotic.
I
but-
might show up to that photo session with a box of Oreos.
Yeah, but really, that's so gross.
That's too soon.
Too soon. But yes, a supermodel doing it makes more sense.
But people are upset about it?
Yeah, people just don't like breastfeeding for some reason. Look, if you're in a park and you haven't lost that solid 50 that you put on for whatever reasons you decided to put it on.
Yeah, moms have it tough. Give them a break.
Don't pop out that veiny breast and let everybody see it because you got to feed your kid.
Yeah.
Like, throw a blanket over you or go into somewhere private.
Well,
but if
wait
you're a
until you get home.
supermodel and you
Yeah.
had to keep it tight,
Yes.
because that's how you get paid, take them out anytime you'd like.
And you know what? I think it's lucky for the kid, too. It's a win-win.
My 2 cents.
Attaboy, Oscar. Again, all letters to Oscar Santana.
Just one quickly.
please.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he married a super fan, and it's on the web right now. I thought it was pretty cool. The Rock is one of my favorite
To
actors
be
out
clear,
there.
he was the celebrant at the wedding. He didn't actually marry the fan.
Well, he didn't marry.
Yeah, he wasn't the groom.
Yeah, he was the pastor.
Celebrant or pastor.
Okay,
yes,
that
very
works.
good.
Celebrant.
Yeah,
I've never heard that before.
That is a non-denominational term for someone who presides over a wedding.
Catholics here.
Yeah, priest.
Yeah, priest.
That's
priest,
right.
Okay. Interesting. Celebrant.
Celebrant.
Man, I've never heard that before.
Glad you came in today.
Thank you.
Very good. That's Oscarazzi.
Yes.
Thank you, Big O. And we are back with the final audio vault over the week. This is what Mike always says. He says, it's Friday, so it's going to be good. And I always go, I don't know what he's thinking. No, we'll be back after this.
It's Tony and Gary.
Hey there, I'm Tony Perkins.
Hey, I'm Shecky Green.
While I'm driving, I'm talking to a friend of mine on the phone. I see a beautiful girl. I actually said, man, you should see this girl. She is gorgeous.
What was she wearing?
A beautiful dress. It was classy. This was not a slutty look or anything like that. It was a nice look.
Yeah, because you would have liked that even better.
No. A short skirt, not too short.
So you really noticed just about everything, didn't you, Tony?
Listen, I'm a man. I appreciate the female form. I will notice a pretty woman.
What is the celebrity she most resembled?
Zendaya, I would say, from the Disney Channel.
Isn't she like 16?
Yeah. Okay, let me finish my story. Let me finish the story. No further questions.
The Tony Perkins Show.
I tell you what, Tony Perkins Show is always a treat. Particularly funny this week. And Rob Ford on fire.
Good.
His funniest episode. So check that out. Get that at TonyPerkinsShow.com. Oh, my God. We mentioned it earlier. Let's restate it. It's the Jimmy's Old Town Tavern 18th anniversary and Memorial Day weekend bash. That's Sunday, May 24th. Meet up for Rolling Thunder at 8 a.m. The bikes depart at 9 a.m. It's always great to see that. Then the outdoor party in the alley. Jimmy's alley parties are the best.
Is it still the rally in the alley?
It was Jimmy never had the rally in the alley. That was downtown. Buckets of beer. No one ever got hungover. A rally of the alley. The fun starts at noon. Crawfish, crabs, lobster, ribs, chicken, burgers, the best hot dogs in town. So much more. No cover charge. Check out these bands. They Call Me Piano, Deadline, Roadhouse Junkies, the Road Ducks, the Jot O Blues Band. What? Yes, the Jotto Blues Band with guest appearances, Nigel Brewer's Tribute to the Flag, and Children of the Grave. It's a Black Sabbath tribute band.
I can't wait. Look for me around, I would say, 2 p.m., and you'll see the transition between just, I'm going to have some water,
Yeah.
and to Jack and Diets, and to multiple Jack and Diets, and then the craft of Jack and Diets, and then Shannon yelling at me as we scurry out the door.
And you'll steal Jot Goose.
Yes.
It'll be fun. I know there won't be any fireworks at Jimmy's, but also you can see the beautiful sparkle of Oscar's drunk eyes. Jimmy's Old Town Tavern, 697 Spring Street in Herndon. Visit Facebook.com/Jimmy's Tavern for all the deets, or call Jimmy at home. No, call him at 703-435-JIMS. He'd love to talk with you.
Perfect.
We will see you there. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to open the vault, because normally Mike handles that for me, but there it is. That's the audio vault for Friday, May 22nd?
May 22nd.
2013. I asked you before the show if you had heard this. This is so great. Chris Pratt, I'm a fan because of the charity work he does. He does a lot of stuff sort of on the quiet that sneaks out.
And he was a chubby guy that lost a lot of weight.
Well, good for him. I've been that.
I didn't mean to bring it
That's
to
fine.
pause.
It's fine.
Stop
It's
it.
okay.
If you knew that.
You have a theme.
Well.
You have a theme today.
No, I swear.
That's okay. You know what? If
you look at him in the Guardians of the Galaxy, and then you look at him in Community, is that what he was in?
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
No, I think that's right.
It's like you're looking at a different guy. That's the power of like just working out.
And you know what? And if he stops, he could get fat again. Which is why it's fun to hang out, isn't it?
Guys are jerks.
But what happened is he did a photo shoot for GQ magazine.
Yes, he did.
And I believe it was sponsored by Fireball, the cinnamon liqueur.
Oh, yeah.
And it
One
was
of my favorites.
Particularly hot. It's made with antifreeze, allegedly. But it was a very hot day, and he was drinking a lot of it. So when the photo shoot was done, see, this is where I don't know if it was actually sponsored by Fireball or if he just made them a sponsor. He gave a video acting lesson, but he's hammered.
I can't wait.
Check this out. This is pretty funny. This is just a highlight of it. But here he is teaching you how to act. Here's Chris Pratt.
This lesson is brought to you by Fireball Whiskey. Fireball. Drink it out of a paper cup. If you're playing a parent and your child asks you where babies came from, you simply tell them the truth. From your mom's butt. Let's say you forget about your spouse's birthday and they confront you about it. Simple. You just be honest. You say, that is not your birthday. You were in an accident. You have to trust me. Get back to bed. Your birthday's tomorrow. Now, this has been acting with Chris Pratt. I hope it helps. I'm guessing it won't. Just work out a lot and use sunscreen and I can roll the dice, man. And remember, if you're working on your plan B, you may as well make it your plan A.
That's right, Oscar.
Oh, so true.
That's right.
I like it when people get hammered and do things like that.
I love it too. I thought
as
it was
long
great.
as you're not swinging at people.
Now these people are sober, but they're dicks. They had a selfie stick. And they were in a car. It was 4 hipsters, and they're singing along with the classic 1970 players. I think it's like 77 or 78 player, "Baby Come Back."
Okay.
And they're really emoting and singing
Yeah.
and being just super dicks. And they're moving the selfie stick forward and backward until their tire blows out. And the whole thing is captured on video.
Yes!
And the audio is good. The video is fantastic. It is on our Facebook page and our YouTube page. But here it is, Sounds of the 70s on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong.
Is everybody okay? Everybody's good. Everybody's good. All right, we're not posting that.
Yes.
I look like the tire exploded. Oh my god, that was so scary.
Oh,
Justice.
I love the fact that the music keeps playing. The car nearly flipped. And yet, "Baby, come back."
This is what's great about that.
Yeah.
And that really encompasses what this millennial generation's all about, where you sit there and you really think about what the struggles that they have to go through.
Sure.
Where they never had to go through a world war.
Right.
They never had to go through
A depression.
or a 9/11 for most of these kids.
That's, oh my God,
They
I
never
can't-
had to do. So yes, of course, they have a selfie stick. They're not paying attention to the road, and they're driving down and having a great time with their life because
Sure.
you know what? They're all going to be billionaires because they're all going to invent the next Snapchat.
Exactly.
Right? That's why this generation is doomed.
You know what? They probably never went to bed hungry.
Right?
There was always
great point.
not just that, the good snack food. They had everything they wanted.
Yes.
And you know what?
Captain Crunch.
The problem is also, Oscar, the song sucks.
And life will inevitably come and slap you in the face.
That's true.
Right?
That's true. And you know,
Bitch slap you in the face.
I
Yes.
can guarantee you the next thing that happened is they carefully took the phone off the selfie stick and said, "Dad,
Do
can
we
you
have
come help
AAA?
us? Can you come help
change a
us?"
tire.
Okay.
Rofo, you're part of that generation.
Yes.
Are you in or are you out?
Oh, that's terrible. I don't want anything to do with those people.
Did you
Take
not
that selfie stick, shove it right up the...
Hey, it's a family show.
Shock jock. Okay, The Who. Roger Daltrey is currently on tour.
Yes.
And he has a severe allergy to cigarette smoke and pot smoke.
That's strange
And
for a rock star.
Well,
Yeah.
I think he's older now. He's might have come recently, but as always, when you go to a concert, you smell that smell of marijuana. And he addressed the crowd.
I'm telling you now, and the show will be over. So it's your choice. I can't do anything about it. I'm doing my best.
He said, "You got to put it out, or the show will be over. I can't do anything about it."
Eat it.
Eat it, he says.
It's the quickest way. I think it's quicker than eating it, and by far the most pleasurable.
I don't agree with. Good for him. Look, I hate when people are smoking and like when I walk up to Pony and he just finished smoking a cigarette. It's like the
rough.
worst encounter because
It's
you're
rough.
like, and I used to smoke, so I know. Look,
Yeah.
I'm just as guilty as Pony is still to this day. But if you're at a concert,
Right.
If you're at a concert
And someone sparks up.
that's what happens at a concert.
Yeah.
it's like if we did an appearance and we said, "Oh my God, if you drink one more ounce of that beer, we can't continue to do our show."
But the thing that I love about it is, it starts out with him saying, "If you keep smoking pot, the concert's over."
Yeah.
He could have been such a hero to like the anti-drug people, and then he says, "Just eat it.
Yeah.
Eat it is the way to do it. If you gotta be
Inedible,
high,
why not?
Go ahead."
My point is, if he's a rock star, he shouldn't be upset about the pot.
Well, he's an old man too.
That's true.
And then he said, "Get off my lawn." Oscar, you fly Southwest a lot.
Yeah, it's my go-to.
But they had a scandal. I don't know if this is going to help you reconsider whether you use them or not, but
please.
they had trouble with their luggage handlers.
3 Southwest Airlines baggage handlers are accused of smuggling drugs in luggage. Yeah, officials became suspicious when every single one of the Southwest Airlines bags made it to its destination.
This is what happens. That is your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Friday, everybody. Buddy, take us home. Thank you so much. Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you.
It is always so much fun to sit in here with you. Thank you, Pony. Thank you.
Rob Ford is his
Rob
name.
Ford.
Yes.
I was just thinking about some of his chosen moments today.
Yes.
It was a wonderful way to reminisce. Well, that's it, folks. Another Mike O'Mara Show has come to an end. Be sure to join us again for more fun and more thrills at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Always new content there. If you want to correspond with the Mike O'Mara Show with a letter or package, send it to TMOS, Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia, 20177. And wait for the announcement of the meet and greet at the post office. I will see you there. To get your message or birthday greeting into the Wednesday mailbag, send it to me at Rob, that's R-O-B-B, 2 B's, at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Remember, the Mike O'Mara Show relies on your word of mouth, so tell a friend or family member about TMOS and make sure they get it too. For Mike O'Mara and Oscar Santana, Rob Spiewak inviting you to join us again for another episode of the Mike O'Mara Show. So long, everybody.
Remember, it's okay to dream, but work hard. Ciao, ciao.
Wait, don't go. I need to tell you that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is perfect for all your online shopping needs. Shop the best way. Shop Amazon. And please go through our website, always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.